So what I do is I first select this name and click on pins, which will create some pin layers at the corners of this layer. And if I change this layer, like make the band a bit longer, you can see that the pins now move with it. And now I can simply take this layer, move it where it should be, and then parent it to this pin or this pin. So let's take this pin. This is layer number 7. So we say winner 1 should be parented to layer number 7, which now means if we make Ben longer, you can see that the winner is automatically moving with it. And now we can do the same for the second one. Let's quickly do this. So we create the pins for the name, move the winner where it should be, and then parent it to this pin, which is layer number 6 in this case. And now we have what we need. Let's check again. We make this smaller, and the winner moves with it. Now you had the question with the draw, which should be like the maximum of this one and this one. Well, for this we can simply select all those pins here. Actually, we only need the most extreme ones. So here's the ones on the left and the one on the right. The middle ones we can skip if we want. And then we say we want to have a box around those. And now what and now what pins and boxes created for me is a box layer, which has always the maximum size of all the pins here. So it's like all the pins I selected are contained in this box. And let me move this box here to the bottom quickly, such that you understand what this means. So this means if we start making this layer here longer, I make Constantine a bit longer, and you can see now my box is growing with it. And if I would make Ben longer, it would also grow. So let's make this here smaller, and instead make Ben longer. Ben is now longer. And you can see my box is also growing with it, and all we can do now is to say, okay, we can create these pins for any kinds of layers. We can also create pins for our box. So we go to our box, and now we already have a lot of pins, and it will look a bit messy if I create 6 pins again for this layer. So what I do instead is I only create the one pin that I need, and in pins and boxes, instead of clicking on this button, I shift click on it, which will give me this dialog where I can select where I want to have pins. I actually just want to have one on the right middle of the white box. So I just make one checkbox here. This would give me one at the top right corner, for example. Yeah, we just want one at the right edge. Click OK. And now we've got here this extra new pin. And this pin is now pinned to our white box. So not to this text or this text, but to the center right edge of this box here. And we just take it. It's layer number 18. And we take our draw layer and simply parent it to this layer number 18. So it's now parented to this box, which means whenever this box will change, you can see now that the draw is now moving with it. And also, of course, again, if I make this Ben here longer, you can see now Ben is a longer one. And still the draw is now moving with it. Okay, now obviously you don't want to see this box and you don't want to see the pins. To hide the pins, we just click this button here, which hides or shows all those pins. And you also don't want to see this box because it's just a helper layer to make all of this work. We can, by the way, also enable here shy, which means all the pins will also disappear here from our layer view. Without it, the pins are here, now they are gone. And for our box, you can simply just turn it invisible because you don't want to see it. It's just a help to get this pin on the right side of the box to place the draw. That's it. I hope this little tip how to do this with our extension pins and boxes is useful to you.